Java, originally developed by Sun Microsystems and released in 1995, is the most popular programming language all over the world. It doesn't matter whether it is an Android application, a server app, web application, any big data technology, some kind of scientific application, or a banking application. Java is everywhere. But it doesn't mean that Java is very difficult to learn. One of the enchanting features of Java is that it is easy to learn. Though Java is an easy programming language to learn, but as a beginner, one might get stuck in some fuzzy concepts and might be in problem. That's true. So today in this video, I'm gonna explain you one of the most confusing concepts of Java in which people stuck most of the time. But before moving ahead, kindly take up this time to subscribe to EDUSTUFF YouTube channel and don't forget to press that bell icon to never miss an update from the EDUSTUFF YouTube channel. So without much ado, let's get started. So you must be familiar with what variables in Java are, how to declare them, and how to initialize them. That stuff is pretty easy enough. Let's quickly jump to our topic. So for understanding static variables deeply, let's have a look at this. So first we have something called class variables. Now what are class variables? The variables which are declared inside a class but outside a method are called class variables. Class variables are of two types, instance variables and static variables. Now let us talk about both of them simultaneously. Have a look at this program. This is a program in which we have two class variables, int a and the other one is static int b. Both are class variables as they are declared inside a class and outside a method. If we go to a deeper level, int a is an instance variable and static int a is a static variable. So how to differentiate between an instance variable and a static variable? The variable that is declared inside a class and outside a method is a class variable. If that variable has static keyword in front of it, it is a static variable, and if it doesn't have, it is an instance variable, just like in this program. This is just the way to recognize an instance and a static variable. But what basically are static variables? See over here. Here in this program, I have a class demo that has two variables. Int a is an instance variable because there isn't written static keyword in front of it. If I make two objects of this class, there will be two copies of this variable. You can imagine that as soon as I created two objects of this class, two containers have been created in the memory, both having int a variable. I can initialize a different value to the variable a of first object and a different value to the variable a of the second object because these two variables are different. I mean, they are same but they have different location. One is inside the first object and the other one is inside the second object. Now let us understand about static variable. Here in this program, static int b is a static variable as it has static keyword in front of it. Like I have created two objects of the demo class, there will be only one copy of the variable b because it is a static variable, unlike the variable a which is an instance variable. Static variables are class level variables, that is, there will be one copy of them per class. But in the case of instance variables, there will be one copy of them per instance, that is, per object. 3 objects, 3 copies. 5 objects, 5 copies. In static variables, no matter whether 10 objects or 12 objects, only one copy. Now let us look how this program works with reference to these variables. I have a class demo. In that class, I have two variables. I have another class main. In this class, I have my main method. I hope you all know what is a main method. If not, you can comment me in the comment bar below to make a video on it. Now in the main method, I created two objects of the demo class. So, two containers have been created in the memory. Both are having their own a variable, but none is having variable b. Variable b has been created somewhere else in the memory outside these two objects. I initialize the value 100 to the a variable of the first object and 200 to the variable b. Note that though variable b is not inside the object ob1 as it is a static variable, but still it can be accessed by writing ob1.b. The formal way to write this statement is demo.b as it is a static variable. But to make you guys understand, I've intentionally written in this way. Now I printed the values of these variables. Variable a of object ob1 comes out to be 100 and variable b that we have accessed from object ob1 comes out to be 200, which is also correct. Now I initialize the value 500 to the a variable of the second object and 600 to the variable b by accessing it through the second object. Now 200 will go into the A variable of the object OB2, but 600 will go to the variable static int B, which is neither in OB1 nor in OB2. This variable static int B has already been initialized with the value 200, so now it will be reinitialized with the value 600. After this, I've printed the A variable of the object OB1, which comes out to be 100, and also B variables by accessing it through the first object. Now here the output is 600 and not 200, as we have only one copy of the B variable. This clearly shows that variable B is reinitialized with the value 600. So I hope now you've understood the difference between an instance variable and a static variable. With that, I would like to close this session. Thank you very much and keep watching EDUSTUFF.